Survivor Series 2024 just ended, and boy, the show has a lot of people talking on social media. Some people love the show, some people hated it, some people thought it was just mid, and some people now are questioning Triple H as a booker because damn, some of the choices on the show caught me very off guard and just asked me the question, what is going on right now? We got some shock finishes on the show, some great matches, some banger matches, and some lowlights of the show. So yeah, with all that out the way, let's get into the review of Survivor Series 2024. The match at the beginning was just like all over the place, very sloppy. It was kind of hard for me to get like to the forced portion of the match because the crowd itself was not giving a lot of energy, and I mean, how could you blame them based off what they're seeing for the first match of the night? The first match for War Games match to get you very energized, more energy all over the place, but this did like the exact opposite for the first portion of the match. And damn, this is like the most amount of weapons I think I've ever seen in any match in pro wrestling history, more than like any AEW match, more than like any TNA, more than any WWE match in history. I mean, the weapons were coming everywhere. From one side, if you looked on the left side, there's weapons, on the right there's weapons, everywhere there's weapons. I mean, I was like asking the question, why are these girls getting more and more weapons? I know as fans we like the weapons, it's like a cheap pop, but I'm like, damn, can we just get in the ring and start wrestling? Because the weapons were all over the place. I'm gonna look down some of my notes here because like that's where I did most of my writing. So yeah, those weapons everywhere. But for me, like the main spark that really brought life into this match was like Iyo Sky. I mean, Iyo Sky came in, was like a savior because the crowd was dead. I mean, let's be honest, if you saw the match, the crowd was dead, but when Iyo Sky came in with the trash can, you knew immediately that business was going to pick up. And yeah, that's when the crowd started getting more rowdy because how could, I mean, yeah, it's Iyo Sky, she does like the best stuff, she got us most hype for the match. And yeah, after that, I think it was like Rhea Ripley also got the crowd very energized, and that's like, those are the two people that brought life into this match that had no life into it in the beginning of the match because most of it was not very good at all. But yeah, even though I said the trend of sloppiness, even though I mentioned sloppiness early on, you would have thought as the match picked on that sloppiness kind of died down. No, it didn't. It kept going, and it kind of hurt what I thought of the match. So yeah, after that, Iyo Sky came in, the most weapons I think I've ever seen in a match. The match starts to get good when all the competitors get in, sick moves, good spots going everywhere, and that's what is to be expected with War Games matches. I mean, the damn match doesn't even start when all competitors are not in the match, and that's what happened here. The match started to pick up, the crowd got more into it, I got more into it, I think a lot of people at home got more into it as all the competitors got into the match. Yeah, all of it was like at the end way better than it was in the beginning of it because damn, the beginning, anything could be better than that. So yeah, the beginning was not so good, but like towards the end, you got moves, you got everybody coming in, you got cool spots, you got weapons being used, and after that, I mean, what is it called? So like, there's one part of the match where, oh yeah, Iyo Sky, she gets on the top of the cage, Tiffany Stratton gets on top of the cage, Tiffany and Iyo, I'm like, damn, there's no way we're gonna get both of this at the same time. I would expect Iyo to do it, but Tiffany Stratton, I'm like, okay, we're getting double right here. So Iyo Sky gets up there with her trash can. You know what she's about to do. She's about to do her patented moonsault. She does that, but at the same time, Tiffany Stratton kind of does like a moonsault. Great overall. I mean, kudos to both women for doing that. That was like great entertainment, great stuff overall. Really added on to the match, kind of saved it to me in a little bit. So yeah, that was really good overall. And I think that kind of leads on to like the ending of the match where, oh yeah, this is like the worst portion of the match. Tiffany Stratton. So after that, Tiffany, like later on after that, Tiffany Stratton has the chance to cash in on Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. They're both laid down in the middle of the ring. Nobody is there. She pulls out the briefcase, but decides not to cash in. I'm like, damn, it's like Damian Priest all over again. This is just so damn stupid. I cannot. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, that story on SmackDown has not been it for me, but just seeing this week after week after week, the failed cash-ins, I mean, the failed attempts, just cashed in. You're getting abused on a weekly basis by Nia Jax, but you still have some sort of attachment to her. To me, I hate seeing that, and just makes Tiffany Stratton look so stupid. And why was she getting scared by Raquel Rodriguez? Okay, if you're getting scared by Raquel, just don't cash in on Liv Morgan. Just cash in on Nia Jax. There's more of a reason to cash in on Nia. And now on SmackDown, we're gonna get the same stuff with Nia and Tiffany. Oh, you tried to cash in on me? No. I was gonna cash in on Liv Morgan. Honestly, I'm already getting annoyed just thinking about it because it's just gonna be so damn stupid. It's just, oh my gosh, the logic. You can't use logic in wrestling sometimes because why would you be scared of Nia Jax? Just cash in. She is abusing you. She got Candice LeRae because she thinks she's better than you. She does way more of a better job than you. Just cash in. I mean, damn, after Crown Jewel, was like, okay, I'm losing patience. I already lost patience over it. And after now, I don't even want to see it. When it does happen, the value of it, it's just to be so damn devalued because we had so many chances to do it, but we're just saving it off every single time. And this plays into what a lot of people were saying on social media, and I've come to the conclusion that Triple H is just not good at booking a Money in the Bank. I mean, the moment of it, like good cashing in, Triple H can do that, but building up to it, the moments before the cash in, he is very terrible. He made Damian Priest look like a jackass, and he's doing the same thing with Tiffany Stratton. This is just so bad. Oh my goodness, like he's just not good at all. Like he's not good at booking Money in the Banks. We can just say Triple H is good at cooking some other stuff, but he cannot cook a Money in the Bank run for shit. I mean, it's just so bad all around the board. And some of my other notes. So yeah, after that, Naomi and Bianca Belair would put Nia Jax through a table. I thought that was just okay. I mean, all the ending stuff was just not, the match for me was just not it. This did not click at all for me. I was like really not too invested in it. Then in the conclusion of the match, Liv Morgan would attempt an Oblivion to Rhea Ripley from the top rope through like a couple tables on the floor, but that would fail as Rhea Ripley would hit the Riptide on Liv Morgan through a table, and that's the end of the match. And Liv Morgan gets pinned by Rhea Ripley for the 1, 2, 3, and the baby faces stand tall, which honestly surprised me a lot. Overall, the match was just not it for me. It was not great, which seemed to match the story. Why did I just say story? This match had pretty much no story heading into this. Triple H has not booked Liv and Nia good at all, like on weekly shows besides like the PLEs where they do look better. That really surprised me. You have 2 women world champions right there. I mean, damn, if they were not going to win, holy crap, that really surprised me a lot. Tiffany Stratton not cashing in really just pissed me off a lot. Threw all the logic out the window. And now, since Liv Morgan did get pinned by Rhea Ripley, that is most likely going to be the story once again, probably heading into WrestleMania, which I have no interest in seeing at all. I mean, the stuff after SummerSlam got me interested in a lot. I wanted to see what was going to happen on Raw, all the PLEs afterwards, but now, in present day, I want this to end sooner rather than later because I could care less about it. It's the same thing week after week after week. Liv in this match was pretty much non-existent. She had zero impact in this match besides like the couple baseball shots on Rhea Ripley. And now it's just like made, okay, you gotta be, okay, this is like so bad. She was scared for some portions of this match. Raquel Rodriguez was not even in the match for most of it. I mean, she was handcuffed to the side. All of this was just not it for me. And looking through some of my notes, I mean, yeah, why did Tiffany just like stand there, threw all the logic out the window? And I'm scrolling through this, like some of my other stuff, but like when the crowd started chanting, "This is awesome," I was like, are you guys like, are we seeing 2 different things? This is not awesome. This is dreadful. Can this just end right now? Because this was just not good at all. And I'm not trying to be that guy that always shits on like the good stuff. I mean, this is not good at all. I'm not trying to be that guy that always shits on like the women's wrestling. But in the past couple of months, the women's wrestling, the story has just not been it. I mean, damn, can we just get something good for once? And you know, one thing that really made no sense for me at all, why are all the baby faces so cohesive? Why are they all so connected? Why are they all so tight with each other? You know, you should be playing into that because we all know, how did Bayley get into this match? Playing to who attacked Jade Cargill? Is it Naomi? Is it Bayley? Playing to that a little bit more. Playing to the history of Bayley and Io Sky. Bayley and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair getting tortured by like the whole Damage Control for months and months and months. Why weren't they not playing into that more and more? Build some tension. Build some thought to my mind that, yeah, these baby faces are going to lose by the heels. No, I honestly thought for most of the match that towards like the end, I was like, damn, the baby faces are going to stand tall here because where's the tension? None of it was felt during the build besides like the couple mentions of Nia Jax saying, oh, how did Bayley get into this match? Maybe she attacked Jade Cargill. None of that was felt in this match, which is a major complaint of mine. It's War Games. Build some tension. Build some future rivalries for the future between Bianca and Rhea Ripley. No, we did not get that one bit. I mean, everybody was like so tight with each other. And now I beg the question, what is next for most of the women in this? We know what's going to be next for Rhea and Liv. Nia and Tiffany, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that anymore. Bianca Belair, honestly, that stuff is like honestly annoying. It's just so much. All of this was just weird. The match was made. The booking decision here was terrible, egregious, made no sense whatsoever. And I'm looking through some of my notes once again. First, let me change my music because I'm listening to some of that. This was by far the worst War Games match on the main roster in like history. Let's just be honest. This match, if we're comparing it to like last year, what was last year? It was like Damage Control, some other members. I thought that match was way better than this one. The men's War Games match, most of it just clears most of the women's match, and it's probably worse than any of like the NXT War Games matches. If we're just being honest, this was just not it. And yeah, though chair shots, oh my gosh, the chair shots that were being delivered by Nia Jax to Naomi. Was Nia Jax gonna hit Naomi in the head with a chair shot? That was like some of the worst chair shots I've seen since like that Hulk Hogan clip from like WCW. Some of these chair shots were like, oh my gosh, I had to cringe because some of it was just bad. I could not watch it. It was just so bad at times. Some of this match, I was like, can we just like wrap this up a bit early? It was just dragging and dragging and dragging, which, I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do for War Games matches? I mean, it's supposed to happen that way, but now after like what we just saw, I'm like, can we just bring back elimination matches for War Games instead of just doing like get one person out at a time? Because it just gets rid of some like the clunkiness that is felt during these kinds of matches. And what else? Did Naomi expect to get hit in the head? The crowd might, I mean, yeah, most of this was like, most of the crowd was just dead. I mean, kind of played into like some of the matches for the most of the show. Some of the crowd was just dead for this. They were not up for this, and like except for like a couple matches that really got them amped, but for the most part the crowd was just not there. And could you blame them? Look what they're watching. I mean, Shinsuke and LA, not a lot of story, which I'll get into later on. This match, not so great. So I mean, you cannot blame the crowd here. Most of it was just not so good overall. And yeah, I mean, Bianca, Rhea, Io Sky, they're like the main MVPs for me. I mean, yeah, I know War Games matches, like the match you can't really judge until like all of it really gets underway, which I think I did mention early on, but you can judge what you're seeing for the first portion of the match because it was not good at all. I mean, I think a lot of people do agree with it. The ending was way better than like the beginning portion of the match which is to be expected. And yeah, I mean, what else is there to be said? Usually like for the War Games match, I was kind of expecting that here, which kind of may have hurt me, may have hurt my thinking, may have hurt my expectations, and may have hurt what I thought about this match. But usually for like a War Games match, you don't really need like a great story, which I do love a good story for War Games, but usually if you have a great match, that is going to cover up for like the story. But usually for this kind of match, when you have like a bad story in a bad War Games match, that is just going to bode for disaster, and that's what we got here. The story was crap heading into this match. The match was not it. So yeah, when you put that together, it's like a recipe for disaster, and that's what we got here. By far the worst Women's War Games match in history for me. Now with this, I am expecting SmackDown to be filled with this landfill of garbage and garbage and garbage, a bad story. I honestly, SmackDown's women's division was like really bad, and now it's gonna get even worse. I honestly might skip that part of the show now. I'm not gonna skip that part of the show now, but yeah, I mean, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is gonna be the plan for WrestleMania. We all see it, and now we all really don't have a lot of interest in it. But yeah, nonetheless, this Women's War Games match for me was not it. I thought it was just like all over the place in a bad way. Did not make a lot of sense. The booking decisions for me, not my favorite. But yeah, with all out the way, now let's just get into the next match between Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight for the United States Championship, which ended in a shocking result that, let's be honest, it surprised a lot of us. So yeah, getting into the match, Shinsuke Nakamura actually beat LA Knight to become the new United States Championship. Wow, I honestly I gasped in shock because I was not expecting that at all. I don't know the betting lines, but if those like supposed to be like a favorite, LA Knight had to be like the big favorite here. So yeah, the match wasn't stellar, but it did wake up the crowd, as yeah, it was like a shocking result that a lot of us did not expect at all. And now I want to see where does this go from here? What happens to the character of LA Knight? Where does he go from here? I mean, he was like champion for how long? Like 2 to 3 months since like SummerSlam. The reign overall, it's ended now, but for me, an A-tier like championship reign. For me, it just did its job. It got the title division rolling, as after it was stuck for like 9 months in the hands of Logan Paul, got the ball rolling and set up some banger stuff between LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, which yeah, now in retrospect, WWE and Triple H in particular really fumbled the feud between Carmelo and Andrade, because damn, I mean, after that, I don't even know what's next for those two men. I mean, I expected Game 7. We're not getting Game 7 no more. That's just in the past. So yeah, that was not a good booking decision by Triple H whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, LA Knight redemption arc, that seems to be what we're going to go with here. And Shinsuke Nakamura did what he actually said he was going to do, which said he was going to expose LA Knight. I mean, expose him for what? His big ego. I said it in the predictions. I do not care about that at all. We all know LA Knight has a big ego. I mean, damn. Well, now here, and I mean, Shinsuke came back in 3 weeks. He came, he saw, he conquered. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he came, he saw, and conquered. Took that U.S. title. I mean, his entrance is like, I like that, very dope. I like that little sun retro thing in the back. I mean, Shinsuke's presentation has really leveled up since returning the past 3 weeks. And now, I mean, Shinsuke came back in 3 weeks, really bamboozled us into thinking he had no chance at all, but pinned LA Knight clean. which really shocked me a lot. I know I'm gonna say shocked a lot here because yeah, it's very shocking. There was no missed, which maybe those missed, but I did not catch onto it. There was no shenanigans. He just hit him with a Kinshasa from the back, and that was just the end of the match. So yeah, now the SmackDown's US title division for the men just gets a little bit more interesting, as yeah, maybe LA Knight is now, I want to see what's gonna happen to him and his character. You have Shinsuke, new champion. It's probably gonna lose it at Saturday Night's Main Event, or like in a couple weeks. I don't expect Shinsuke to hold the title for a very long time. AJ Styles, maybe he comes back in the near future. I would love a Shinsuke AJ Styles feud. You also have, who else is in there? I'm not even gonna count Vinci. You have Andrade, Carmelo, you got Santos Escobar. You got a little division here that should put on some excellent stories, some great matches. Let me change my music right now, one step closer. So yeah, the SmackDown's men division should really like get more interesting in the near future. And what is it called? The narrative shift for Shinsuke Nakamura is gonna be like on a whole nother level, like it's an NBA player going through like some sort of resurgence. I mean, some people beforehand, me and myself, were clowning Shinsuke, not clowning him, just like asking the question, what are they gonna do with him? I mean, the WWE kind of put themselves in a pickle here. Either make Shinsuke Nakamura losing a match that people thought he had no shot in to win in the first place, and yeah, if Shinsuke lost in the match, take Shinsuke off TV, because no one would care for Shinsuke Nakamura anymore in the first place. And to say if Shinsuke lost due to like some sort of shenanigans, why would I care about the rematch? Because we all know the shenanigans is ordered to set up like the rematch on like Saturday Night's Main Event between Shinsuke and LA Knight. So if there was shenanigans, I honestly would not even watch the match. That's how uninterested I would be in that match. But with Shinsuke in the match, with Shinsuke winning the US title, that's probably like the best case, because now it makes things more interesting. Now LA Knight gets like a different wrinkle to his character. Now Shinsuke, I want to see what's gonna happen with him in the title. Is he gonna lose it in 2 weeks? Is he gonna lose it like at the next PLE, maybe Royal Rumble? Hell, does he hold it at WrestleMania? Now I want to see what's gonna happen to the character of Shinsuke Nakamura. And first off, I want to see what he has to say now, because he's a champion. He came, he saw and conquered in 3 weeks, which has to be like a record with a guy returning. I mean, I probably haven't seen this in a very long time. Shinsuke Nakamura really had like no momentum at all. I mean, he beat Andrade, which really surprised me like a lot. I mean, I was not expecting him to beat Andrade. I was kind of expecting LA Knight to get in the mix, but now he beat Andrade. He beat LA Knight. I mean, damn, he's kind of beat two of the top names already. One thing that just really makes this Shinsuke win over LA Knight just very odd is, for example, I'm about to read this off right now. This has not had a good story whatsoever. I mean, it's been like a 3-week story, so I can't really judge it, but the story has been very lacking. It probably should not have even been on this PLE. So yeah, the story is lacking. And this is just a weird decision. I mean, is this too soon for LA Knight? The guy's only held the title for what, like, how long? 2 months? Yeah, it was like 2 months since like SummerSlam, something around that range. It might be 3, maybe 4, but yeah, this just seems very weird. But yeah, going back to like how I would grade this title reign of LA Knight, put the title back on track, got us some good title defenses. That triple threat at Crown Jewel was one of my favorite triple threat matches of all time. So yeah, the reign was just okay for me. But yeah, nonetheless, now Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm more curious as to how this is gonna go. Now I expect a real story, a real build that should get us more invested in like a story between Shinsuke and LA Knight, because yeah, once again, there was no story. The story was not like very lacking at all. But now I want to see what happens to the character of LA Knight. What happens to him now? Is there gonna be more self-doubt? Does LA Knight have to get more aggressive? Because LA Knight for this match was kind of like out of this match. He really wasn't in it in the first place. Shinsuke Nakamura must have done like some sort of voodoo shit on him, because he could not get into like next gear, and Shinsuke took advantage and just beat him clean. So yeah, expect more of a story. I should get more invested. And I already see people saying that LA Knight is like buried, which is stupid, and I might rant here, which I don't want to, because I just want to get this not over with, but I want to get into like some of the other stuff, as it is very interesting. But when I saw like a couple tweets saying that LA Knight is buried, I'm like, damn, you guys are like so fucking out of sorts here. How is LA Knight buried? LA Knight is the guy that brought the US title back to Prestige with some banger matches. Santos and LA Knight, Santos versus LA Knight. Yeah, it's a match that not a lot of people do like, but for me, I thought it was just okay. You got Berto, it's giving chances to people that weren't getting the chances when Logan Paul was champion. You got a great, an all-timer of a triple threat match. now Shinsuke is back in the equation. He put Shinsuke over. Now Shinsuke is riding this new wave of momentum. So yeah, now when people say that LA Knight is buried, I mean, either way, somebody, in the words of people, if LA Knight was buried and Shinsuke lost, I mean, somebody was going to get buried in this match either way. So I mean, people are going to complain some way. I think I'm kind of bitching too. So yeah, that's kind of weird that I'm saying that. But yeah, nonetheless, Shinsuke Nakamura is now on top. LA Knight is not buried at all. And now everybody is right here. I mean, for me, everybody's right here. Everybody has their own reasons as to why Shinsuke winning was the good reason, as to why LA Knight was the good reason. Shinsuke winning, I'm just saying like what a couple people are already saying, Shinsuke winning is like good. It gives him momentum. It actually gives him a big singles win. And like a wow, when's the last time Shinsuke's held the title? Probably since like 2020, early Fox era. So yeah, now Shinsuke gets the title. People care about Shinsuke more. I mean, people probably will care about Shinsuke more now since he beat LA Knight, a crowd fan favorite, new US champion. A new champion gets people more excited, more fantasy booking. So yeah, Shinsuke as new champion gets more people talking. And for LA Knight, you want him to get like a big win over Shinsuke, continues him as champion. And yeah, I mean, people love LA Knight, so yeah, he's a fan favorite. That's not gonna go away. So I mean, the guy being buried, I mean, damn, that really just makes no sense to me whatsoever. So yeah, for me, both cases for both men winning the title here is both good. I mean, there's no good, there's no bad. It's just mostly odd than like, it's just like mostly odd. So yeah, I think I have more notes here, but yeah, I think I might not have mentioned this, but like most of the story in this match was LA Knight not being able to get in the second gear, just all out of sorts, not being able to, he was just not comfortable in the match. So yeah, overall the match was just decent, not like this 5-star classic. I mean, with LA Knight matches, you're not gonna get like this great match like with a Will Ospreay match. You're just gonna get like a very decent match, and that's what we got here. And I think I got some other notes that I kind of want to get to. I mean, I can't really complain because I have been asking for months and months that LA Knight, I've been complaining for months and months and months, if you've been watching this channel, that LA Knight just get a story of LA Knight in a good story where he is like in the match, one of the sole focuses in the match where it's him, the competitor, and the title. And now with him in a feud with Shinsuke, we're gonna get that. So I really should not be complaining, but it's just mostly odd seeing Shinsuke coming back after 3 weeks, beat LA Knight clean. I mean, all of it's just really all out of sorts. Character development is gonna be the story for LA Knight, and plus, now I really want to see, most importantly, I'm more invested into what's going to happen next week on SmackDown. So yeah, this did its job. Shinsuke Nakamura is the new United States Championship, and a very shocking result. And now on to the next match. We're going to do this all in one take. So for the next match, we had the triple threat match for the IC title between Braun Breaker, Sheamus, and Ludwig Kaiser. And this match was just so damn good. Oh my gosh. Let me put on my next song here. Get more water. We want this all in one take. Alter Bridge. Look up. Got in. Shit. My throat is clear. But this match, non-stop action, chaos everywhere. I love great fighting on the outside, and this really fits into what I think is a great triple threat match. Everybody involved, not a lot of slacking, which we kind of, it's not slacking. Everybody just got their moments in this match. Everybody was in this match. Everybody felt present, which I do like about a triple threat match. So yeah, the match was simply great as expected, and actually got the crowd awake and alive. That Shinsuke moment got people shocked, but this match was for the crowd. This match was for the people in Vancouver. It was for the people at home, because we really need like an injection of steroids to get us going, get us more amped, get us more pumped for the next matches. And this match did its job. Everybody looked great. Everybody got their own moments, and WWE once again showed that they can put on a great triple threat match. Braun Breaker winning was like, for me, like by far the correct choice, and it was to be expected, but nobody looked bad in this match. Everybody once again got their moments. Sheamus looked like $1,000,000. Sheamus, oh my gosh, it's just so damn good. Sheamus's catalog of 2024 is shaping up to be an all-timer. I could go back and watch all of Sheamus' matches in 2024 and not be bored of it, because it's just so damn good. And what else? I mean, yeah, Ludwig Kaiser just shows, Ludwig Kaiser just brings like a different finesse, elegance to his matches, and it showed here. Braun Breaker brings like a different level of intensity to his matches, and it showed here. Sheamus, in his words, puts on bangers and bangers, and it showed here. Everybody here just really looked good. I think I might just have something right there, but yeah, it was pretty evident that Braun Breaker, it's pretty evident that we are going to get Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. I mean, the past couple of weeks with the face-off between both men, their match one-on-one on Raw being interrupted, and yeah, their face-off between like their face-off and the little match here, it shows that they're going to be facing off at WrestleMania, which I'm not going to be complaining about at all. But it kind of did take me off guard that Sheamus did get pinned clean, so maybe that does not happen at all because I was expecting Kaiser. But yeah, Kaiser did not get pinned. I really don't mind all of this. This was really good overall. And a lot of people agreed that this triple threat match had a great shot to be match of the night, and man, it proved why, as every single moment here was must watch. You could not miss a single part in this match, as you would feel as if you missed out on something great here, whether it was like Braun Breaker jumping over with like some great clothesline, or like the double clothesline like onto the announce table, or Sheamus doing like his 10 beats to both men on ringside. All of it was just great. And man, that near fall of Sheamus almost winning the title from Braun Breaker, I honestly thought for a second that Sheamus was going to win the IC title, and when it did not happen, I was like, damn, you sick bastards, WWE, you guys always get me with this. But yeah, it just showed that yeah, the stakes in this match were very high. The intensity was at an all-time high. Everybody wanted to see if Sheamus could actually win the IC title. He didn't, but still, I'm very happy I watched the match. I'm grateful that I get to see all this greatness here. I'm not going to say anything else. It was by far a match of the night. And yeah, in the words of Sheamus, this match was an absolute banger. And now onto the World Heavyweight Championship match between Damian Priest and Gunther. And I sided right there because the ending of the match really like kind of set everything backwards as to why are we doing this. I mean, the sole purpose of this match was for one reason, and to me it kind of felt ass backwards in a way. So yeah, now it's the match between Damian Priest and Gunther, and yeah, going off like their first match for like SummerSlam, I had high expectations, as that match for me was one of my favorite matches of WWE in 2024, and this match was not as like the same level. It kind of had like the same in-ring psychology, but for me this match was really not my favorite, mostly due to like what we saw in the ending. But yeah, the match itself by itself, take out the ending, that was really good. Great display of in-ring psychology, great in-ring work. But yeah, the ending kind of like fucked up the whole match for me. But yeah, let me get a drink of water. Gunther at the beginning of this match was like very unsure, looking down, when like later on in the match when Damian Priest kind of got like injured his shoulder, Gunther saw that and struck as if like he saw like a wounded animal. He struck, took advantage of that, and never let up for most of the match. Damian for this match was like mostly like that resilient babyface that the crowd gets up behind. And yeah, I thought this match, all of it, just these guys really have great chemistry. It was not as hard hitting as like their SummerSlam one, but you still got that here, mostly like working the arm by Gunther, which I cannot complain about at all. I mean, it's Gunther. It's like the type of Gunther match you get, and every time we know what we're gonna get in Gunther matches, you still are very amazed by it because this guy is just so damn good in the ring. The rematch delivered easily but failed to do its purpose, which was clearing all the asterisks off of Gunther's resume. Yeah, so like every time Gunther's new opponent is revealed, not a new opponent, every single time Gunther has a new opponent revealed, whether it's Randy, whether it's Sammy, whether it's Priest, people are saying, oh yeah, myself included, that this is great because it's going to clear all the asterisks off of Gunther's resume. Yeah, we did that with Randy. He pinned him clean. I mean, choked him out clean. He did the same thing with Sammy on Raw, choked him out clean. But for Damian Priest, it seems like Priest has Gunther's number. He just can't get rid of him. And now, I mean, yeah, it's smart. I mean, it makes Priest look strong, sets up some other matches between Priest and Finn Balor, maybe like at WrestleMania. But now, I mean, what was the point of this match in the first place? The point of this match was to clear the asterisk off of Gunther's resume. We did not do that all here. We just added more onto it that Gunther cannot beat Priest clean here. I mean, damn, it seems like we are gonna go into like it's like a triple threat match between Gunther, Priest, and like Finn Balor, as Finn Balor did get kicked the shit out of by Gunther. Gunther was not too happy with him interfering in this match. So yeah, a triple threat match down the line. What the fuck is that? A triple threat match down the line. Saturday night's main event, maybe like a Netflix premiere on Raw match for the like main event. I would not hate that at all, as that would be really good. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. I mean, there is a lot of story there, even though I complain about it a lot. There's so much story right there that still needs to go on here. Yeah, the Demon Finn Balor is most likely going to come out. And yeah, I forgot to mention this. After the show, Finn Balor attacked Damian Priest at the end, kind of attacking his arm. So yeah, Finn Balor, he has been telling us that he has an obsession. I mean, yeah, he hasn't told us. We can clearly see that he has an obsession with Damian Priest, and it showed here. He's been saying that he will not let Damian Priest become World Heavyweight Champion again. He will not let Damian Priest enjoy that success once again, and it showed here. I mean, he took him out. Damian Priest in PLE matches this year has been something else. He always rises to the occasion. Who else? I mean, besides like the Finn Balor match at like Bad Blood, the Drew McIntyre match was great. The Gunther match was great. He had like the match, oh my gosh, was it like Jey Uso? I thought that match was like okay. A couple of other matches. Damian Priest in 2024, Gunther and Priest by themselves could be like Wrestler of the Year for 2024 in WWE because they're just so damn good. I mean, their matches have been really exciting, really must watch because they're not failing to do its purpose. Besides this match failed to do its purpose. It was not as good as like the first match for me. The first time around, the Finn Balor involvement was good. It cemented the new story between Priest and Finn Balor. But now adding it onto this match, it felt like overkill, felt unnecessary. But nonetheless, we are going to get that story between both men. And what else? The ending to me was not it, as I don't want another story of Gunther clearing his resume to me. Just stop. It's already dragging at this point. I think I already mentioned that early on. I already mentioned that early on. What am I saying? And Priest has Gunther's number, and it's going to continue to eat at him. But if we're being honest, how much did this match change? And how much did Gunther's mojo change from this match? And what was the point of this match? I mean, for me, the point of this match was to get Gunther's mojo back, get him ready for like a big story for like a John Cena, as like we all want to see that. But this win was not decisive at all. That's why I would have liked either a Gunther decisive win where he just chokes the shit out of Damian Priest, or we get like a banger back and forth, which we were getting. No Finn Balor involvement, but when we got that here, I was like, damn. Throw that all out the window like a home run, because that was just so bad. Overall, the match for me was just very solid, but nonetheless, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest seems to be the plan heading into like WrestleMania. Maybe we get a triple threat, and maybe we get a triple threat match between all three men, which I would not complain about in the slightest, as that would be a really great match. And now Gunther, I really just want to see what is next for Gunther. I mean, is it Punk after what we just saw with the main event match? Is it Punk? Is it Priest? I could see WWE revisiting Priest and Gunther, as Priest just has Gunther's number. So yeah, maybe we get that. So yeah, overall, I thought the co-main event was just really solid. Gunther retains his World Heavyweight Championship, and now into the main event match between the OG Bloodline and CM Punk taking on the team of the New Bloodline and Bronson Reed. And I'm gonna do this first. Holy shit! Oh my god, I need to get some cereal. Let me put some skillet. I'm gonna play some Breaking Benjamin. I think I like that right there. So yeah, for me, now to the main event match. Like I just said earlier, this match, not the match of the night, but for me, it was my favorite match of the night. Everybody coming out, WWE kind of pointed out this, WWE, like, and specifically Michael Cole kind of pointed out how the New Bloodline came out all cohesive. They all were together, which, fuck, god dang, what is that? Which kind of played into the story, like the past couple weeks of the OGs and CM Punk not really being together. All the storytelling, all the layers here was really great. Whether it was like in the beginning of the match of like Roman not letting CM Punk go out and letting Sami Zayn go out first, I thought that was really good. And like the stuff that we saw with Roman and Punk here, them two working together, and when those two figured it out together, I mean, when the Wise Man came out and made those two work together, you knew shit was over for the New Bloodline. And it was. The spots that we got here was Jimmy Uso doing that splash off the top of the cage. By far, that might be like the best off the top of the cage spot I've seen in a very long time. That splash was just so crisp. And Bronson Reed, people have been asking for him. I think I might have asked in the predictions if we could see a tsunami. We got the tsunami here, which was great. I mean, it seems like Jimmy and Bronson are legit hurt. So yeah, hopefully they're all back to good. Jacob Fatu, great selling. Always gets people asking the question, is Jacob Fatu hurt? Not hurt, she's doing great selling. My voice is just so damn dry, I'm about to pass out. I'm not even joking. At the beginning of the match, I was asking the question, where's the Wise Man? He did not come out with Roman. He did not come out with Punk. But later on, he came to save the day, which the Wise Man tends to do now more than ever. So yeah, and like some of the other stuff we got on the match, like Roman and Punk not always being with each other. Roman was helping everybody else up besides CM Punk. And CM Punk, going back to like when Punk and Roman were in the cage, you can tell they just could not stand each other, going like this with each other, going like this with each other. It was like really good. It really makes me more excited for like a future feud between both men, as like they're two of WWE's top names in the company. And like CM Punk, you can tell CM Punk just really gives no fuck about the hierarchy of Roman Reigns here, as that was just really great. But yeah, at the end of the match, Solo Sikoa ate a finish from CM Punk, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and Roman Reigns, getting treated like he's prime John Cena. But nonetheless, Roman would spear Solo Sikoa for the win, and the OG Bloodline and CM Punk wins the main event. They win the men's War Games match. It really overall was like a great match. And now, at the end of the show, I know a lot of us thought this, when Punk and the OGs were standing there, they were posing for a little bit. It was going on for so long. I was thinking to myself, is WWE really going to give us like a big surprise here? Is The Rock going to come out? But no. And I know some people seem to be disappointed with that, but I'm asking myself, yeah, it was good they did not do that. It gives all the men the moment here. It lets that sink in a little bit more, because this is my problem with pro wrestling events. After like a big moment, we don't get that to sink in. For AEW events, there's like a big moment. Now we're on to the next match. I like when the moments get to sink in. We get to digest what actually happened here. So yeah, after the match, my light just died. So yeah, if I just look a little bit different, that's what just happened. So yeah, after the match, Paul Heyman was hugging everybody. He hugged the Usos. He hugged Sammy. After that, he hugged CM Punk. CM Punk put him in, and I'm reading this right now. He told Paul Heyman, "When I need the favor, I'll come and ask." That begs the question, what is the favor? That is very intriguing now. Is that the story? I mean, I really didn't talk about what happened on SmackDown about what is the favor, but now, what actually is the favor? I mean, this is just like another thing about the Bloodline story. They always give you something to talk about, more intriguing, more investment, and it's like, what's going to happen here? Or is it going to be Paul turning on Roman when CM Punk wants Paul in his corner, when CM Punk wants Paul to turn on Roman, and he gives him orders? Is that going to be his favor? When he asks for that favor, is Paul going to have to turn on the spot? I mean, who's Paul's loyalty with? This is like very interesting. And yeah, Jimmy Uso in this match was very great. I mean, Jimmy Uso, holy shit, everybody in this match looked like $1 million. Everything about this match was really great, really made for like a really fun, really good match. By far for me, a fun match overall. And now, since Roman pinned Solo here, they're both 1-1 here, this is most likely gonna lead to something for like the Ula Fala, and this begs the question, is Roman gonna be involved in like the stuff with Cody Rhodes and The Rock? Because the Bloodline story with Roman and Solo, that is something you can drag all the way to WrestleMania, because there's so much history, so much stuff, like so much nuance in that story that spans a lot of years in that one story right there. So yeah, if WWE does that for like WrestleMania, you can't blame that at all. You can't blame them at all, because it's like a big match. Roman claiming that Ula Fala at WrestleMania is like a big stage to do so, and that's like another chapter in like the whole Bloodline story of Roman, like whole redemption arc, claiming what was his in the first place. So yeah, now, is that going to happen at WrestleMania? Maybe it does happen, maybe it doesn't, but like for Roman and it's like CM Punk match, I really do want to see that. I really just want to see that. Like, that might be like one of the big WrestleMania matches in the future. And where does the OG Bloodline go from here? Are they going to continue with each other once again? Because we all know that, like, I think I might have saw like a report of like, I think Sammy might have said this like in the press conference. I really don't watch those, but I think the new Bloodline are going to, like, the OGs are going to stick with each other once again for like a couple more months, which I do want to see. They make for great TV. I know you might say, what's next for All Men? I think I might have just said that here, but I'm trying to enjoy this moment right now. It's like really good. And yeah, this Solo's words are going to come back to bite him in the ass. It's like, yeah, Solo said that losing has consequences. He got pinned clean here. So what's going to happen here? Maybe something with Jacob. Maybe something with the Tongans. I don't know. Maybe where's Hikuleo in the mix? I don't know. But yeah, a lot of this stuff just continues to get more and more interesting. And really topped off for me what was like a good show. I mean, the ending portion of the show was way better than the beginning for me. But yeah, nonetheless, what did you guys make of Survivor Series 2024? What do you guys make of both the men's and women's War Games match? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? And what do you guys make of Shinsuke Nakamura becoming the new United States Championship? Do you guys think it was a weird and bad booking decision by Triple H? If you had to grade the show from 1 through 10, how would you guys rate it? For me, I would probably say like a 7 or 6. Comment down your thoughts below about the whole show. What do you guys think about the show? What do you guys not like about the show? So yeah, with all that out the way, comment down your thoughts below. It's me, your boy Lonty. Peace out.